So in my last video, you saw me compare these three top tier locking flex head ratchets. They're all super cool, but as far as my favorite ratchet, none of them are my favorite ratchet. My favorite ratchet doesn't exist. So let me show you my favorite ratchet and show you how you can get one too. Neither of these are my favorite ratchets. This is a flex head non-locking 1/4 inch ratchet from Snap-on. And I'll put the number on the screen. It's a long number-ish number. And this is a compact head 3/4 inch ratchet, again, from Snap-on. I don't like this little bitty scrawny handle. To me, that's pitiful. I really like this handle. I think that's a wonderful handle, perfect size. Here's the problem. They don't sell this ratchet with a 3/8 head, and they don't sell this ratchet with this handle. Well, I happen to have both of these ratchets because I like the Snap-on product for 1/4 inch and for 3/8. So I bought this ratchet so that I would have a 1/4 inch ratchet when I did what I'm about to do. There. Now, I will say of all the ratchets that I've ever taken apart and put back together, Snap-on ratchets have the highest fiddle factor. But in my opinion, this compact ratchet with a 3/8 head on it is too small. You just really can't make a lot of torque with it. You just soon grab a 1/4 inch ratchet and go to work with it. Even though you're what you're after with this compact ratchet is not less torque, you're after less head size. Because if all you were after was less torque, you just go grab the 1/4 inch ratchet and be done. So the 3/8 deal here, you're after that lower head size. So just to show you what we're looking at here, here's a Snap-on. And your head width is somewhere in the neighborhood of 120. As far as the thinnest in the premium ratchets, that'd be the Mac, and you're looking at, 1.17. Yeah, 1.17 at its thickest. By contrast, there's that 1.17. Now you're under an inch. You're at 0.9. So there's plenty of space savings there, in a 0.9 size ratchet. And just for comparative sake, that's the difference you're looking at as far as the smallest premium ratchet and the 1/4 inch hybrid Snap-on. And then now look at the length gain you get by doing that. If you happen to have both of these ratchets, an alternative way to do this would be just to pull this pin here and just swap the handles and leave the heads alone. I opted to do the heads just to show you kind of somebody changing the head, and there is a fiddle factor associated. Now, what if you really like to work in 3/8 and you have this ratchet, you really like it, and you see this ratchet and you think, like I do, that it's really too small and you don't want one? You'd rather have two of these, one in 3/8, one in 1/4 inch. What do? Well, the good news is for this ratchet, they make a repair kit. Now, again, this is now a 1/4 inch ratchet, but it's not sold as a 1/4 inch ratchet. This is actually a 3/8 ratchet. So they make a repair kit for this ratchet, which is all of these innards. And that kit is $10. The compact ratchets here. And this is the repair kit for it. RKR FC 72. Once again, RKRFC 72. And it's like a $10, $11 kit. And that's what you use to either repair these ratchets, or if you want to create one of these, that's what you do. Now let me just show you why I prefer this to this. I've already said you can make more torque, but I'll go ahead and show you. Now obviously anybody who looks and sees the difference in length and understands anything about torque at all will know that you can make more torque with this one than you can with this one. But it's more than just the length, it's also the shape. This thing's little bitty. It hurts to pull on. It's hard to grip on, especially when it's oily. That's why it's best for like working on lawnmowers and things like that, go-karts. It's tiny, it's a tiny ratchet. This now you're starting to get into a proper 3/8 drive tool. Don't worry about the torque differences, like you're gonna not break this ratchet because you've now put a 3/8 head in it. It's still you pulling on it, just the same as if it still had a 1/4-inch head on it, it'd still be you pulling on it. So why Snap-on doesn't make this particular ratchet, I have no idea. Maybe it's coming, but it needs to get here. Let's turn this 15/16 and let's see what we can do. And again, this is very subjective. This is me with a ratchet in my hand pulling, but I'm going to be genuine with you, and I'm going to pull, give it a good pull. So here we go. And that's to the point of pain, 37.9. So let's do it about 3 times. 38.6. And 36.6. So this setup here is good for about 35 foot-pounds of torque, which is a lot. I mean, you can do a lot of work with 35 foot-pounds of torque. But, and yes, I could pull harder and get more torque out of it, but again, you're at the point of it hurting. So here we go with this one. And I'm going to just use a 2-finger pull. I'm going to use a 1-finger pull just to give you some perspective. Without working at all, with 1 finger, you can get 32, 35, 32. So that's just 1 finger pulling on this thing. So now I'm going to get a proper grip and give it a good tug. 53. 46. 49. So you can get 50. In fact, look, I'm moving the bolt in the vise. So you can get 50 foot-pounds of torque out of this thing pretty easily. Now I'm going to give it a push. 54, so that's tighter than 54 foot-pounds. But just to give you an idea, so this is good for, without killing yourself, about 54, 55 foot-pounds. And this is good for about 36 foot-pounds. So this is actually a much more appropriate setup as far as it being 3/8 and 3/4. So anyhow, hope you liked the video, hope it helped you out, hope it gave you some perspective, hope it helped you address the issue of which kit to use to create one of these. And get out there and have some fun, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.